For me as a film composer, what's been interesting is how radically different the world is now from when I began, because sound design has become so prevalent. It didn't used to even be called sound design back in the 70s and 80s. Now you have the sound designer as a separate credit. In the early days when I did film soundtracks, I very often got into trouble with the final mixer of the film, because they would say that I was encroaching on the area of sound and I should be sticking with composition. So the composer was supposed to compose and produce a score, and the person who was working with sound or ambience, they were all separate boxes, and you had them all on separate faders of your mixer. And if the composer started messing with sound, then it confused the mixer as to what they were supposed to be doing. I think that those days have completely gone now. I think, apart from anything else, composers are much more attuned to the idea that the components of music can be something other than notation. And so sound design and composition have melded. Peter Mettler in particular, the first director I worked with, was very interested in what happens when you mix music and sound and intercut them and interrelate them. And in terms of their relationship to the meaning of the vision and the meaning of the sound, I think that these days that's become much more easy to see in movies. So much more precisely. But I miss the time that I used to spend editing, which gave me the time to think about editing. So I think that the positive side is the technical advancement, that you can do very sophisticated things. And at the same time, I love the process being slow enough that you can actually think about as you do it. It allows your brain to process what you're making. If you can press a button and immediately undo what you didn't, do something else, oh, do that, and do that, and do that, do that. Okay. I don't even know what I've got. I haven't had any time to think about it. And I like the time spent thinking about things. I don't know if that's going to change. I mean, maybe I just need to think faster. Maybe your generation will all think much faster than me. I don't know. I think actually that the fact that now anybody can, in a laptop, on GarageBand or some similar software, create quite sophisticated music, I regard as very positive. It's not that I think that everybody's a great artist. I think that's irrelevant. I think great artists are the problem. I think the solution is that people, more and more people, are able to live creative lives and to do something useful and creative for themselves, which empowers them. And I think that will have a profound political impact in the time to come, because I think the fact that we can all do those things now, rather than being negative against artists, is positive for everybody else.